Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bailey and we're going to go over the first week of June, which happens to also be my birthday. Jordan got me these sweet, pun intended, gardening themed gifts and it was very thoughtful. He always manages to surprise me in the most delightful ways. I'll walk you through the week as I make my way through some typical home tasks. My parents flew down to celebrate, which I am incredibly grateful for, and it made my 28th birthday one I'll always cherish. It took a lot of time and resources and planning to make the trip, so I want to acknowledge how much I appreciate having parents who are willing to do all of that just in order to spend quality time together. I didn't want a traditional birthday party this year. In fact, I kind of pre-warned everyone in lieu of gifts, I'd prefer some help with projects that have been piling up on my to-do list. The maintenance list was pretty basic. I had a mailbox I needed help replacing, a pothole in the driveway to fill, my bike needed to be fixed, the tires had gone flat long ago, taunting me in the garage. I also had bought a swing I really wanted to put up in the backyard. I just haven't had the time nor the inclination or help to do so. With the baby and work, we just get so burnt out. So that was my birthday wish, some help getting things set up, and I'm so thankful that we got all of the list completed. It felt magical, to say the least. The swing has been a big hit amongst everyone. We got some really good cuddle time in with Jupiter. I was able to do some more decluttering. My parents surprised me with this delicious carrot cake, and I was over the moon. For the record, I absolutely love celebrating birthdays. They're some of my favorite things to honor people when they grow a year older. Now, the world is kind of complicated. It's a complicated place, and making another rotation is something to celebrate in my eyes. If you haven't noticed, I like to consider myself a pretty optimistic person. And I like to credit this optimism to the fact that I acknowledge that we have limited time. To me, it's not so much a morbid thought. In fact, it makes everything all that much more precious, that moments are unique. Even repetitive moments won't happen again. So celebrating each moment for what it is and embracing the idea that it can always be more, you just have to put the work into it and, be grateful for the moments that have passed. You're ending up with something pretty damn special. So getting older to me has never been something I've feared for. In fact, it's something I'm very thankful for and grateful for. Of course, the unknown always has its moments to terrify you because we don't know what's happening next. But I think finding that balance between the life you want to live and the life you are living currently is something we can all strive to do better with. And again, to each their own, everyone has a different outlook, but I would much rather take each day with a glass half full approach than a glass half empty. We have a bit of an let's call it odd, family tradition. I'm not sure exactly when it started. I just know my dad is the one that started it. He'll ask you on your birthday, what is something you've learned this year or reflected on this year when it's your birthday? And sure enough, the question came. He asked me at the end of the day after we were tired and happy from completing all the projects on the list. I had to pause and ponder, really dig deep to think of an answer that made the most sense for myself. I'm not gonna lie, in years past, it feels like this question was a lot simpler to answer, the main thing I had learned over the year. This year, it really stumped me. It took me, even though I had been expecting the question, quite by surprise because I had to take that longer, brief pause and go through my head. What did I learn? What did I focus on? Did I have a goal that I achieved? Last year was simple. It was be kind to myself, be patient. Parenthood takes you down a road, a path, quite a different pace than the one you were on before. And although I think I did quite well, there were definitely times where I felt I wasn't giving everything that I needed to. In doing so, I think I had a realization in that moment, an epiphany, that the biggest thing that I learned this year, am still learning is that it takes a real concentrated effort to find time and to prioritize things that you used to love, to prioritize things that make you happy, that you can still wear the role of parent proudly, but you don't have to give up the things that make you interesting, the things that excite you and make you feel like you. The reason that this question stumped me so much this year is that I don't think there's a definitive moment where this is an achieved goal, where I can cross it off my to-do list or put a check mark next to it, unlike previous years before. This is more abstract. It's more consistent. It's something I need to be doing all of the time. So I loved the question because it did really make me ponder and think and dig deeper than I had before. But it also helped me wake up to the idea that I need to put things in place where I can check in on myself more regularly. So there you have it, the highlights from my 28th. Thanks for stopping by.